Steve, you must be a very disappointed man tonight.
Yeah, disappointed, gutted, and felt let down by my players. Give Kingstonian credit, and I wish them all, Tommy and the boys, all the best in the next round. First half, we didn't really start, neither did they really, not like they have done the last two games against us. Went in at half time and told my two fullbacks that in the year and a half I've really had them, or 2.5 years, that's the first time I've never seen them go forward in a whole 45 minutes. Part's done it a couple of times and Folksy did after 40 minutes. So I might as well play with 9 players. I don't normally do it, I'm putting it on them today, like I did in there. It was an embarrassment, because when they come out second half, for 20 minutes we was in control of the game. Putting crosses in that I want. Someone in there said that, to be fair, teams might have worked us out and stopped us getting balls in the box. We got 7 crosses in the second half in the first 5 minutes. You know, put them under a lot of pressure. Eventually got our goal, and then for some reason, I've never ever asked them to do it. My goalkeeper rolls it out to my winger, 25 yards from goal. He loses it. They have a shot. We save it. From the resulting corner, they make it 1-1. And that's inexcusable. And then for the second goal, the left wing is powerful. It showed for the last 3 games we played them. It's not as if they don't know it. And he's running and running. I just said, look, why haven't you brought him down? Bring him down the halfway line, take a booking. But he's too nice, so he won't do it. And as I said to him in there, my 2 fullbacks have cost me today, because for 45 minutes they didn't play. Scans and Tony have cost me, or cost us, the club, the supporters, because they're playing tippy-tappy when we're 1-0 up and comfortable and in the game. And then Bluey's cost us because he let the bloke run half the length of the pitch instead of bringing him down. People might think that's harsh, but I'm not pulling no punches. I'm pulling punches now and letting people know, because it ain't good enough. When you're in control of a game that had nothing in the first half from either team, and for 25 minutes you just implode with ridiculous stuff that we've never done before. You know, it can't happen, and they've just cost the club a lot of money.
The game, sorry, carry on.
Go on, no, go on.
The game seemed to turn on George Bevan's unfortunate injury to a certain extent.
Yes, George felt his hamstring again. I'm not going to take that chance that he's out for another 6 weeks, so he had to come off. Yes, you might say the game changed on that, but the errors didn't come from, in terms of George Bevan's replacement. The errors come initially from my goalkeeper giving it to a winger, 25 yards, 30 yards from goal, and trying to play our way out. I've never done that. I don't expect that. And players will watch this and say, well, that's a bit harsh, but I'm not telling them what I haven't told them in there. And it's ridiculous. If my goalkeeper holds that ball, get up the pitch like we've done, and he launches it, they're 80 yards from my goal. They don't get a corner, they don't get a second phase where they put the ball in the back of the net. Yes, you can look at things other than that, who was marking, all that stuff, Jim. Not looking at that, I'm looking at the initial thing that cost us, and that was us trying to play out in silly areas when we're in control and comfortable in the game. It's game management.
We certainly did look very comfortable for that first, 15, 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Half,
20 minutes, because I looked at me watch. 20 minutes.
There looked to be only one winner at that point.
Then why'd you press the self-destruct button? Why don't you do what you've been doing all the way through? And that's it. Maybe I'm too loyal. Told them in there that they've got better ideas up, or they will go. And I'll get, whether the fans like it or not, 6'2" players that will just bang it and bang it and bang it and get results that way. Because we went down with a whimper there. You know, we give them 2 goals. I wish them all the best in the next round, but like I say, for 20 minutes we had them pinned in and they couldn't get out.
Joe Turner's goal did look quite good though, didn't it? From his point of view.
Listen, they'll love that goal, and so will I if it was my player that done it. You know, he's used his strength, his power and his run and been direct, and he's got a great shot off. But if you bring him down on game management and you bring him down inside their own half, it's a free kick, it's a booking, you're allowing your players to get back and set. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I said to them, they don't demand enough from each other out there. You know, how can you let, and as well as they played second half, how can you let 2 fullbacks that for 2.5 years these supporters have seen them bomb forward and get crosses in, not do it for 45 minutes or 40 minutes? People might think I'm being harsh, but that's what they're in the team to do. That's how I play. So effectively, we're playing with 9 players attacking, and only we're playing with 11 defending. If I wanted my fullbacks to sit there, again, like I said, I'd get all centre halves playing along the back line. But that's not how I play, and it's frustrating. And I don't blame the fans for walking off. We'll still clap and all that, even if it's an empty stand, because that's what we do. Because the good times have come back, but just there, that 25 minutes, them boys got a lot of thinking to do. It always works, and I heard a good saying yesterday that when games are won, it's the players. When games are lost, it's the manager. I'll take that tonight. In terms of, you could argue George come off, it changed. Nick Wheeler come off, it changed.
But George was an enforced substitution. You had no choice.
Exactly. You can't do nothing about it. I'll keep him on like I did at Ashford, then lose him for another 2 weeks. You know, he's off. He'll be fit for Saturday, and he'll start Saturday. And gradually, I'll get him 90 minutes, 90 minutes. And if we have to lose games to get him 90 minutes, because he's a key figure, you know, and you realise how much he misses in that back line when he's not playing. You know, but he's a leader. He's a winner, and I've got to install that in all the others, because we're going nowhere in this club. We'll say that we will, because I'll change it. Contracts or not, I'll change it, and we will go somewhere at this club, and we'll look to get promoted, as our aim was at the start of the season, whether it's via the playoffs or whatever. But George is a key figure, as he proved today. But do I play him for 90 when he's struggling to run, and then I lose him for longer? No, he'll get treatment on Thursday, and he'll be raring to go on Saturday, and he'll be fine for Saturday. You know, I've got Bradley coming back. Tom Fitt come on, done well when he come on. He looks a lot. We've given him a little regime. He looks a lot slimmer and fitter. Bradley, I'm hoping to be back Saturday. I've got Alex coming back Saturday. And if any of them are left out after that 25-minute spell there, no one can argue. Because I want people to demand more out of each other, and not just look as me, Barry and Justin as the bad guys. Us shouting them all the time. You know, why haven't players grabbed Folksy and grabbed Jack Parter by the scruff of the neck, in terms of verbally, and saying, "Come on, your game's getting forward and getting crosses in"? Because if, like I said to him, if that winger doesn't go with you, we're 2v1 against them in our favour with the ball. Yes, if we lose it, he's open, but I've got people behind to cover that, and that's how I've always done it, Jim. And I don't understand why they're reluctant, or people are reluctant at the minute, to do things that they're good at and have been doing for the last time I've been here.
Is it a lack of confidence?
How do you get confidence? By doing the things you're good at. Yeah? And if you don't do them things and you don't try them things, then to me, you're not the person for me. But it just I don't understand it, because second half for 20 minutes they were getting forward. They were getting crosses, they were supporting everything that they've done. You know? And like I say, they have to wake up and smell the coffee and do it, otherwise I'll change it, and I'll have to.
And talking of injuries, Tom Parkinson, how far is he?
I'm hoping he's another week away. He was in the gym today doing some stuff with his quads, so that's promising. He's another big miss, but I thought Tommy Whitnell was good in there today. I thought Will Callum was good in there today. I just think that they don't demand enough off of each other in terms of certain situations. You know, if I was a side that played out from the back, yeah, I know what I do, I know what we're good at, I know what we're not good at. So if I play out from the back every single game, I would have taken that tonight. If we'd lost it, they got a corner, then the second phase they've scored from it. But we don't play out from the back, so why are we doing it when we're 1-0 up? If confidence is low, why are you putting yourself in a situation to harm yourself? Why are you not getting it as far away from your goal? When you get a 1-0 win, it builds your confidence up. You know, they didn't give up, I'll give them their due, but we've hit the self-destruct button in certain instances, and it's not good enough for me.
And Kingstonian aren't going to they're not the sort of side to let you back in again. I mean, they've got
no, of course not. They're very, very good at game management. Very good at it. You know, there's something we're not. You know, just spoke the parts in there. He got whacked in front of the dugout. He stays on his feet. You can hear it, but because he stays on his feet, some of these referees ain't going to give free kicks. If he goes down like they would, or like other teams would, he gets a free kick. So a lot of hard work to do. You know, I'm going to watch a game tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. We're going to turn it round. You know, that's a cup game. I've got 2 players back in terms of Phipp and Bevan, which again, be pushing for starts on Saturday again. Well, Phipp will do because Luke's suspended. I've got Bradley coming back. I've got Alex Okrofi coming in, ready for his first start. So I've got options now. Like I said, if one of my young lads had done that, I could half accept it because they're learning their trade. I've got experienced players out there, Jim. I haven't got kids in that changing room. And it might sound a ramble and a rant, but that hurt. And I've just told them in there that one of the first times they've actually hurt me and let me down and let the club down. I know people don't like to say it, but and the supporters, listen, supporters come here when the good times are good, they love it. When it's bad, they don't love it. Like me as a manager, but we've got to pick ourselves up and go again. And like I say, they've let me down massively tonight through silly errors that I wouldn't expect of certain players. Whether I'm calling them out and they don't like it, like I've told them, they can come and see me and we'll move them on. Don't want to do it, but if they don't like the criticism, then it's tough.
Well, it's onwards and upwards. Off to Needham Market on Saturday, long journey, and from what you're saying, we will have a stronger side out anyway. So that's good news, positive news.
Yeah, we've got players coming back, like I say. So it'll be better for us. But again, you'd have the strongest side, strongest squad in the world. But if you hit the self-destruct button, you never win football matches. And at the minute, it's not going the way we want. It's about hard work, Jim. And the harder you work, the more luck you get. And I believe that in life. And the nastier you are, I'm not talking about elbows and 2-footed shut, the nastier you are in terms of your game. You know, you can't be too nice. Nice people don't get anywhere in life. It's proven fact. They don't. You know, and you've got to mix it with people. You have that little nasty streak in terms of taking a booking when it needs to be taken, kill the game when it needs to be killed. But all round we're too nice, and that's something that's got to change. And I don't want bookings and sending offs for silly things. But you just got to play the game, and we didn't.
Well, thanks for your honesty tonight, Steve. Bad luck, and we'll hope to go again at Needham Market.
3 points.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Tell me what your feelings on how tonight went.
It's just, to be honest, it's just disappointing that we've took the lead and then sort of let it slip. Really, that's the most disappointing thing about it. Yeah, in a position about probably 20 minutes into the second half where I think we sort of took control of the game a little bit. Got the goal that we needed, and then sort of I suppose just a few mistakes that we've made letting back into the game, which is really disappointing, to be honest.
How much of a blow is it to go out of that competition?
Yeah, it's a massive blow. Obviously, we've seen the draw that's coming up. Obviously, we think that's winnable as well. So, yeah, definitely. It's a competition we want to be in. I think we could have gone a long way this season, but obviously it wasn't to be.
Disappointing 3 games against Kingstonian in the space of a month, and we don't win any of them.
It was. They're not a bad side. They're good at what they do.
Good.
They obviously they want to get on the counter, don't they? They sit quite deep. Got some decent wingers as well, and obviously a forward that scores goals. So they're a tough team to play against. But I thought we equipped ourselves quite well today. But obviously it's just disappointing the mistakes that we made, to be honest.
What about your own performance tonight? Because you've been playing in this different role, centre of the midfield, for the last few games or so. Had a bit of a run on the side.
Yeah, it's nice to have a run. Obviously, since the start of the season, I haven't really played that many games, so I think it's probably about 6 on the bounce. I've played 90 minutes as well, so that's nice. Not a position I'm really used to, but I'm doing the best I can in it, to be honest.
I think you're doing quite well. I think people have noticed that. It's the skill and your sort of confidence on the ball and in the centre of the park is become an attribute for the last few weeks.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that, but we're not really winning games, are we? So that's the most disappointing thing about it.
How frustrating as the season has it been for you?
Yeah, start of the season was frustrating. Obviously, you want to play as many games as you can. Enjoying it a little bit better now, obviously getting games than that. But obviously, we just want to be winning. That's the feeling of it, really. We want to be winning games, and we're not.
Can you put your finger on what's gone wrong last month or so?
Not really. I suppose just this decision making and stuff like that. Really, we're missing players at the minute. We're getting them back slowly. Just a combination of things, really. Got players playing out of position in some games as well. So. It's hard to put your finger on it, really.
But still enjoying football.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm always enjoying it.
Brilliant. Okay, good luck Saturday.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.